So hello, everyone. I think we'll get started. Welcome to the SMA EMR Team's Digital Health Checkup webinar series. This is an ongoing series that we have every month. Each time we have a presenter discussing an aspect of healthcare in the digital world. My name is Andrew Strang. I'm a team lead with the EMR team at the SMA. I'm going to introduce our presenter in just a second, and at the end I'll facilitate any questions you have to ask. We will have a bit of a Q&A at the end. If any questions come up that you'd like to ask, you can enter them in the chat box at the lower. There's a lower right part of your screen. You should have an icon at the bottom of your screen that allows you to enter in the chat. You also have a mute button on your at the bottom of your screen. It should be, depending on your configuration. That mute button, just keep it muted for the duration until we start asking questions, if you would. So today's session topic is Fluency Direct Self-Edit Dictation in EMR. And this is, today's session is Accuro, tomorrow will be, today's session is MedAccess. Tomorrow will be a session on Accuro. So this session will be recorded for, to be posted on our website later on. So if you'd like to revisit it there, you can on the SMA EMR website. So Dr. Covenden is presenting the session today. Dr. Lee Covenden moved from Canada to South Africa in 2009. He worked in L'Orange until May of 2019 and is now at Legends Clinic in Mormon. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Covenden.
Okay, hello everybody. Can you hear me, Andrew? Is my audio working?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. So Andrew asked me to give you guys some feedback on this M-modal dictation service. Firstly, I use Accuro at Legends. I work at Legends Clinic and I do call at Roston Hospital. So there we use Accuro, but in L'Orange, I was trained on MedAccess. So the first thing I want to say from my perspective, this has definitely changed my life for the better. Like, we all know, like, the time constraints we're under, how hard it's to get your notes done, and this has really helped a lot. So I use it basically every day. I've actually acquired a second microphone that I've placed in my other exam room, and I take one home with me every day to use. The other advantage is that you can download an app for your phone that can double as a microphone as well. But in light of the pandemic that we're doing a lot of telephone consults, that's not always practical. So I got a second mic, okay? Hopefully someday the mics will become Bluetooth. So how I use it, I come in the morning, I plug it in, I dock it into my computer. Usually, as the patient is talking, I might just type in one or two keywords. And at the end of the day, end of the session, I try and get my note done immediately, and it's really fast. It learns your voice, okay? It seems to be learning pronunciations even with the masks on now, okay? You can get your note done pretty quick. I do believe, I don't use them, but I do believe if you go onto YouTube and you actually looked up the mic, I don't know, at some point if Andrew can show you what a mic looks like, there's numerous buttons on the mic. I just hold the record button down, but you can actually customize these buttons for things like delete, backspace, paragraph, etc. So that's why it's helped me a lot, is notes, and pretty quick to dictate a letter. Okay, so that's one. The second thing is, if any of you work in emergency, like when I work at Roston, most of their patients belong to their Roston clinic, most of the patients. And at the Roston emergency, they have Accuro on the computer in the emergency. So if a patient came in, I get the outpatient emergency chart, and I'm sure you all know how little space we have to scribble stuff there. So what I do is I okayed it with medical records, and they had no problem with it. I open that patient's chart on the computer, and I actually dictate my note. I say emergency note, and I dictate it. The advantage for me is if I need to change something or edit something, or there was a new order, you guys know how it goes in Emerge. I can go back and change that. And at the end, I have one really neat note. And then I write on the outpatient sheet, see printed attached notes. I print a copy, and there's also one then on the EMR. Okay. That way, if I called ACAL and I transferred that patient to RUH, it's easy to send that note as well. Okay. The other advantage I find with that is I'm a locum in Roston. So if I wanted, for example, Dr. Melly to follow up a patient I saw in Emerge, I can task him directly on the EMR and say, hey, you know what? Look at my notes. I saw this patient in Emerge. He doesn't need the outpatient note. Andrew, am I supposed to pause in between for questions or just continue?
I think we could just hold questions until the end.
Okay. Okay. I hope everyone's with me so far. So that's the big advantage. A hospital that I work at has an EMR, and another doctor got Immodal set up, and I can use that. So the thing I like most about it is the ability to create commands. Okay. Can I open a note, Andrew, and show it how it works?
Yes,
At
by
this
all
stage?
means.
Okay. So you said there was a SOAP template added, right? So let's go to templates.
I added, there's a patient you can use called, the last name is Demo.
Demo.
I didn't make them an appointment.
Okay, so new demo. Oops, that's template.
Yeah, just under, yeah, there you are.
Last name demo.
Yeah,
First name? Doesn't matter.
shouldn't.
Webinar, okay.
Oh, and now we're not seeing your second screen.
Okay, it's a blocking.
Oh, it hasn't come up yet. Okay.
Oh, you know what? It's blocking my pop-up
Mm,
for some reason. There we go.
perfect.
Webinar demo. Got it.
Yeah, so if you want to do a new visit, we have a note called SOAP with Vitals that you can use.
It's just loading. Seems to be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to consult maybe on this patient and see.
Yeah, if anything will work. Yeah.
That's stuck. Just
You may,
gonna.
you may just want to close the window and try opening it again. It just looks like it's gotten stuck.
Okay. There we go. And new visit. There we go. So, is there a way that I can just move your box there, Andrew?
Sorry, which one do you mean?
Like right where this EMR webinar box is. Oh, there we go. There we go. I want to open a template. Select visit template. EMR training. There we go. Got it. Okay. Okay. I hope everyone's with me. So I'll start my dictation, right? I'll use a headache patient, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by the command of what I like, okay? So sometimes if we have patients with standard things, and most of my colleagues have created their own templates, I'll show you one command that I made now that I'm phoning a lot of COVID negative patients and giving them instructions. So I go to, is there a way that I can bring up my microphone here, Andrew, like with where my name is? If I just click here, can you guys see it? Can I share it? Here? Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Yes, we can see it. Yeah.
So if I go here and I open this, I can create a command. okay? And I've created some of my own commands. Like I've created this, I name it. So I've named insert negative COVID result. I've named this, I've made this myself, right? So, for example, if I have a task that comes up with a negative result and I want to call my patient on a task, instead of typing the same thing, my cursor's there. It won't be in a SOAP visit, and I'll just say insert negative COVID result. And there we go. I don't have to go type this whole thing out again. Can you guys see that?
Yep, we can see that.
Okay. Okay. So that's where it helps me. Here's another one. Patient comes in. Main complaint, colon. Persistent headache for 3/7. I mean, if you said 3 days, it's up to you, right? History of main complaint, colon. Patient has had a sudden onset of headache 3/7 ago. Okay, full stop. Patient rates the headache at 7/10, full stop. Patient denies double vision, comma, no facial numbness, comma, no slurred speech, comma, no vomiting, comma, no photophobia, full stop. So as it's going, I have to look because here clearly it said no feet numbness, but I think that's just my pronunciation. And so on with the history, right? And then I go to my examination box, exam colon, general condition, colon, not in distress, comma, afebrile, comma, good color, comma, good hydration, new paragraph, and then it'll skip to paragraph. And as I say, you can actually set the controls on your mic. I haven't played around with that yet, Andrew. I'm not sure, but there's a way to do it. I saw it on YouTube. So then I want to do my neurological exam. I'll just go CNS colon. So for headache to do a neurological exam is quite a detailed exam. So instead of me typing it, I do the same thing. Insert neurological exam. And bang, it comes up. Okay. And then I can just go and fill in pupils, 5 millimeters, power, 5/5, 2+ globally. Sorry, this should be planters, guys. I've been meaning to fix it. Planters known bilaterally, sensation, not done, and so on. Yeah, so that's basically how it dictates. I don't know if you want me to show it from my phone, for example, right? Some of my colleagues use the phone, like those who have, some have one mic and they use their phone, but now with all the telephone consults, it's not always possible. But I'll just give you guys an example. If ever you forgot your mic at work one day and you want to work from home, at least you know likely you're going to have your phone. So the phone automatically connects now to Bluetooth. The app is on and the phone connects. I don't think you guys can see me, but on the phone is on the phone screen is just a microphone icon, right? And I'm going to tap that icon and make it active. And you can see it's now active. It's going to record that what I'm talking now anyway. Yeah. Okay. Disadvantage with the phone is you have to like deactivate the mic again. Like you have to press the button again for the mic to go off. Whereas with a microphone, you're just holding down a red button. So I'll dictate something with my phone. R/S colon, good and equal entry bilaterally. New paragraph, CVS colon, pulse equal sign 76/minute, comma regular, comma BP equal sign 125/88, comma heart sounds normal, comma no obvious murmurs, full stop. And that was dictated from my phone. So So yeah, for me, like I find now most of the time I try and get the note dictated immediately in the room. What I try and do is I try and make some keywords while I'm talking to the patient. Sometimes I may even speak a keyword on the microphone. And what I do when the patient leaves the room, I just pull down my mask a little bit if I'm alone in the room, and then I dictate clearly and I'm done. And then if I want to do a consult to say neuro, then I'll just copy this, go to consult. I guess I got to save that. I remember from Med Access. And consult whichever doctor. And then I'll go back to my mic, guys, if you don't mind. Dear Dr. Hunter, new paragraph. Thank you very much for seeing this patient who presented to me at the walk-in clinic with the following concern, colon. And then I just paste it, okay? Please be kind enough to assess this patient for further management. Full stop. New paragraph. Your assistance is highly appreciated. Sincerely. Done. So this is a game changer. Like, it's a game changer. I don't know. Like, it's helped me so much. Like, it helped me so much. I have an Acer laptop, which I don't know. I don't think my RAM on my laptop is too good, but it kind of lags sometime with that. But I have a fairly standard price desktop PC and it works like a bomb. Our clinic computers are fairly standard HP all-in-one. It works like a bomb. Yeah, I don't know what else can I tell you about it. Yeah, I think that's all I can say for now, Andrew. I do the one thing I can say is that it doesn't work for Mac yet, but Jonas told me that that's in the works, right?
Yeah, the tentative schedule right now is launch in January for the Mac version, so we're hoping that actually happens.
Yeah. And yeah, so definitely very, very nice. Very nice. I think I can answer questions now if anybody wants. I mean, I think most of the templates, and then you can use it for forms too. Like if I just get out of this consult and if I go to investigations, I've never done this on Med Access, but on Accuro, if I pull up a requisition, oh, I don't know what requisition this is. Let's see, standard. Okay, let's pull up CT scan rec.
Yeah, our sandbox is not too great. If you right click on template again, maybe we can pull that looks better.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it should work. On Accuro it works. So just say X-ray, general ultrasound, I'll just click there. Okay, yeah, it works. Patient has right upper quadrant pain aggravated by fatty meals, full stop. Would like to exclude cholelithiasis, full stop. The one thing I found is it kind of learns your voice. And the other thing is it cuts out a lot of interference. Like when I work at home, I'm sitting at my desk and my desktop's in front of me. Within an arm's length reach to my left is a little side table and my little MacBook is on there. And I sometimes have on my Golf Channel or TSN at a fairly low volume, but I can kind of hear. It does not really interfere. Doesn't interfere with it. So it seems it works on an investigation. It works on consult. Yeah, it's my first time to obviously try it on Med Access, guys, because I've never used Med Access since I left L'Orange. Let me see, what else can I think about? Like the macros. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you guys. Words, okay? So I don't know if you remember, I showed you how I inserted a macro or command, right? So you're using common words like Saskatchewan was never on it. Oops, my mic's recording, I'm sorry. So you can go to dictionary, right? And see, I have Ibersaten here because I use it lots. Sadly, sometimes when you speak in it, the words that it writes are absolutely ridiculous. But you can fix it. So I don't know. If you guys can see my screen, like I got Dr. Nosib's name, Dr. Vol's name, specialists that I use commonly. PharmaSave I use, New and Large, New Care Home I use, Tinzaparan. I guess as you go along, you can and it's easy. You just go to like here, you go to add, okay, and then you just say the word. I don't know why it's stuck, but it's supposed to let me put my own pronunciation in. Just say
Maybe you've already set that one up. Is that why it's giving you the?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, the entry already exists, of course. Let's see. Ontario. Let's just try. Look, it sounds, the way they're spelling it out, it sounds ridiculous, right? Ontario. So I can change that. I can just click. And now it'll ask me to record, right? Ontario. I'm going to give this a try. I haven't used it. Ontario. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's like, it's hit and miss, but fortunately, it's more hit than miss. And I'm really, really happy about this. Like, I'm a slow typer. I do know of some people who still prefer to type. But no, I'm totally happy. So the words, the commands, you can put in names of people. There's the one I spoke about, device button mapping. Can you see that? That you can change it if you want. I haven't done that. It's a bit too. It's like playing PlayStation. So I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I missed, Andrew. Like abbreviations, commands, general dictation, forms. You can set your microphone. Yeah, and I use it in emergency. Fortunately, it's on the phone. I did a locum at Melville in November, but they didn't have their clinic set up, so I had to write again. So that was actually a bit hard for me going back to writing. Yeah, I think that's it, Andrew. I'd rather wait for questions and numbers. I don't know what else to say more here.
Yeah, that's great. I just put the link in the chat for anyone who's interested for the link to our website. We have a Fluency Direct page on the EMR website. I think most people know this, but it's the costs for Fluency Direct are covered for the first year. Yeah, did anybody have any questions?
I just wanted to say that's really good feedback to know that you can watch sports and do your dictation at the same time. I think that'll sell some people on it for sure. I'm wondering, did you ever do any like traditional dictation, and how are you finding the difference there? I mean, the timeliness, obviously. Yeah.
It works just as well. Like I can just show you something here. Like Golf Town. See, it works. Or email, like if you want to type an email, it works. I use Up to Date. It works, but Up to Date on the phone has a microphone now as well. If you have the app, right? If I go to Up to Date, coronavirus. There you go. So yeah, it works for other things too. That's actually that's a big bonus. Like email, yeah, it works. I don't like. I guess I gotta get used to that, but it definitely works, guys. It's a nice system. I really like it. I think the time you save, uh, and the cost, like I don't think you can even compare the two. Like I mean, the time you would save, it definitely makes you more productive. But I think the important thing is, like yesterday when I finished my patients, had a patients in the clinic and I had phone consults. But by the time I closed down, like yesterday, like all the notes were done. Like but
Mhm.
like all the notes were finished, and like there'll always be a few to catch up, but that's where it helps most.
Yeah. How, do you have any colleagues that still use like traditional dictation, where, it's sent off and somebody else types it, and maybe, how you feel like, obviously your notes actually get in very quicker with this system, but do you have people that are kind of dragging their heels thinking somebody else can worry about the dictation? Just curious.
No, not in our clinic. In our clinic, everybody's using this. We're a small clinic. We're only 5 doctors, right? Everybody's using it. Um, sometime like sometime on those 811 shifts, sometime like if I have to do a dictation, then we have to call in that dictation line, and that's the only time a dictation for me is done outside. Okay, but I think even when I was in Larange, like we stopped dictating to somebody else, like maybe almost like in 2011. Like once EMR came, we were basically typing our letters, you know. MedAccess has good letter templates. If I remember, I don't know if they site specific, but Dr. Groves in Larange, like he used to make great templates for us, like prenatal referral. And like you could just click, 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 you know, gives you options like EDD, LMP. No, to answer your question, no, nobody that I know of.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? If not, I mean, the EMR team is always available if you have any other questions about Fluency Direct or anything else related to the EMR. So I think we can probably wrap up. Thank you very much, Dr. Govinden. I think this was really informative.
No problem. Anything else you want to ask about it? Like, do you guys have many users on MedAccess using this?
It's picking up. We definitely have a lot more in Acuro, and I think that's largely due to the larger percentage of Acuro users in the province. I don't know, Jonas, do you have a sense of how many, I know Jonas is on the call. Do you have a sense of how many MedAccess, what percentage of MedAccess users are using Fluency Direct compared to Acuro?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know if I have the exact counts, but you're exactly right. Just because we have a higher user number for Acuro, it seems like most of our physicians using Fluency Direct would be using Acuro over MedAccess for the most part.
Okay. And this compatibility with Apple, it'll definitely be happening, right?
It will definitely be happening. It's scheduled to roll out in January, but there was a hiccup that was announced today, so that may be delayed. But we're hoping for January.
Okay. No, this is I'm very happy. It's helped me. It helped me a lot, both in working in emergency and working at clinic. Helps me so much, guys. Thank you very much for bringing this on. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time. Thanks everybody for showing up, and yeah, have a good day, everyone. There'll be another session on Acuro tomorrow. Thanks, Dr. Copeland.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Jonas. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.